Tonight we're going to cover why isn't my GLP working anymore. We're going to look at plateaus, resistance, dose fatigue, shopping lists, questions for your doctors, and meds that you can add on. Alexa, volume down to 1. So if you're on Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, or Zepbound, and the weight loss has stalled out, or the food noise is coming back, or you're even thinking, is this even working anymore? You're in the right place. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. So tell me in the chat, how long have you been on GLPs? You know the same ingredient, but the compound is better when name brand doesn't work. It can be, Connie, and that's because the compound doesn't have all of the inactive ingredients in it. 2 years. Hi, Chris. Thank you for the heart, me. So what is actually happening? It's worth a try, Connie. It really is. Let's explain a plateau. This is the science behind what's happening. Your body is a brilliant working machine. When you lose weight, it recalibrates almost instantly. Your total daily energy expenditure drops almost instantly. Your hunger hormones try to push back almost instantly. This is your body protecting itself. It thinks it's starving. So, with GLP medications, there's adaptation. GLP meds reduce appetite by slowing gastric emptying and acting on the brain. But after months of taking it, your gut and brain adapt to that dose. The magic slows down. That is called dose fatigue. The science behind it. Studies have shown that some people need a dose adjustment or a med rotation just to re-trigger the effectiveness. For others, it's a time to focus on metabolic support, sleep, muscle, and nutrition. So how about, what do we say to our doctor when this starts happening to us? These are questions that you can ask your doctor, your practitioner. Don't just say, it's not working. Bring a list to your next appointment. On that list, have things like, Doc, can we check my fasting insulin and leptin levels? Doc, is my dose high enough? Or should I switch from Sema to TERS? That would get you out of that dose fatigue. Doc, would an adjunct like phentermine or Topamax help? And we've talked about those in different studies. Or how about, Doc, should we address possible thyroid issues or cortisol issues? Doc, can I see a registered dietitian, not a nutritionist? Make sure you say registered dietitian and say, can I see a registered dietitian, not a nutritionist, for macro coaching while I'm on this medication? You can ask your doctor about add-on medications. You can say something like, I'm not a doctor, but these are common add-ons that some providers have been bringing up if their patients are stalling on GLPs. Some add-on meds that are worth discussing. Phentermine. It boosts energy, so it kicks that fatigue right in the bum. Suppresses appetite. Used to be off-label. For headaches. Phentermine is actually a medication that they were using for was it blood pressure, Phentermine? I don't remember. But another one you can add on is Topamax. Topamax was off-label for headaches because it was actually used for seizures, is what it has its FDA approval for. So it's got FDA approval for seizures. Most of the prescriptions for it are for headaches, but you can add it on to a GLP to give it a little kick. Cymbalta can help with pain, anxiety, and appetite regulation. You tried that diet a few years back. Oh, you're a New England transplant. Here's a grocery list for if you've plateaued. These are some foods that you can eat to help reset that body. Even if your appetite is low, what you eat has to work smarter, not harder. So here's some protein-packed foods that are amazing. So how about chicken breasts, ground turkey, salmon, tuna pouches, Greek yogurt, hi, Jamie. Please don't laugh, but if it helps with seizure, can it cause them when you go off of Topamax? No, it won't. You didn't try it, but you read about it. Yeah, it was a combination called Fin that they were having problems with. The heart was having problems, so they took the other fin out of it and kept this fin. It was like fentanyl and phentermine. So how about egg whites and egg yolks? And you can cook those babies any way you want it. You can scramble them up in the pan. You can cook them sunny side up. Flip them over, easy, over easy. However you want to cook them. Whey or plant-based protein powders. You have Topamax but never took them. When you saw the word seizures. No, it won't make you have seizures though, Connie. I take it actually for migraines. I took it before I was on GLPs. So how about some fiber and volume foods? These are foods that will fill you up, but also give you fiber and roughage to help you go to the bathroom. You can do cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, arugula, zucchini, spinach, Brussels sprouts. Those type of things are really good for fiber and they fill you up. Smart fats like avocados, olive oil, chia seeds, nuts, and watch your water portions. Hi, Lolo. For fruits, what do you think it has in there? There's one thing in here for fruits. What do you think it is? Lolo just got here and she's already winning the game. Absolutely, it is blueberries. Blueberries are low sugar, high antioxidants, and lower glycemic index. Key metrics to track. If you're in a stall, you need data. You have to have data. There's so many people that say, oh, I can't track. It's triggering for me to track. You know, I used to be on Weight Watchers all the time and I just can't track anymore. I'm sorry, you need to have data. You have to have it. You're going to have to put on your big girl panties and you're going to have to track something. So they suggest that you track protein daily. And that is goal weight times 0.8 in grams per day. You should also track your calories. You should track your water intake. You should track your sleep. You should track your strength training. And you should track your stress. That is not tracking everything under the sun, but those are the things that I would track. If you track protein, usually your carbs, your sugars, your fats, all of that is going to fall into check if you track your proteins. I would even go so far as to say your calories will fall into check if you get your proteins right. Your water, the way you're going to track your water, you want to start with 100 ounces of water per day, with one of those servings being an electrolyte. But the way you're going to track your water is you're going to watch your urine. If it's too white, you need to drink less. If it's too yellow, you drink more. It should be a nice, pale drink. Color. So motivation and mindset. Remember, plateaus feel discouraging. They really do. But if you're stalled, it's not a failure. It's simply feedback in the data market. You need data. And this is giving you data. You've tracked your water. You have 3 Stanley fills. It's a bit yellow, not too dark. There you go. You know, you've got to get your mindset right to be able to do this journey. So just remember, you didn't break the medication. Your body adapted to the medication, and that's normal. Fatigue means you've been consistent, and consistency does win. Stalls are where the real health work begins. Okay. But let me say that first one again. You did not break the medication. You did not make the medication stop working for you. Okay? All that happened is that your body adapted to the medication. Okay?